Good evening, Canada. Good morning, India. We are back with a brand new episode of Voice of Canada. My charming co host is Ghada Hamadani. And today we have got a very, very dynamic lady who is a captain pilot with a vast experience of flying. Plus, she's a real popular DJ also in the DJing industry of Goa. So we would like to welcome Captain Munazzah Baig. Welcome to our show, Voice of Canada, which is produced by Awaz TV Entertainment Canada. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Acha, Gada, go ahead.
Okay, well, we've seen that you're a dynamic pilot and you have lots of things on plate. So we'd like to welcome you first of all. And I feel proud that, a lady flying a commercial aircraft. Can you brief us on how did you get there? What are you doing exactly?
Right. Thank you for the welcome. And my name is Captain Munazzah Baig, as you all introduced. And my journey into aviation started at the age of 19. And I completed my flying training in Texas. And then I got a license in USA. I also have a Canadian license, which I got right after it. And then I traveled to India and then got my Indian license. And here I am. And
So
I've
you
flown for
started
quite a
on your
bit.
19. When you were 19 years old, you joined the training for flying, right? Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
Oh, wow.
And
How
you
long it
obtain
took
your
you?
license at the age of 19?
That's right.
Wow. Munazzah, inform our viewers of Voice of Canada that prior to your flying, you were an attendant in Saudi Arabian airline also, which was known as Saudia. Give us your experience
That's
about
right.
Saudia, because Saudia is a very popular airline and you must be having a real good experience.
Absolutely. So I worked in Saudi Arabia for a year in the year 2013 to 14.
Uh-huh.
And this was after I had my pilot license, but there were no jobs in India at the time. And instead of being at home, I joined as a flight attendant in Saudi Arabia. And I gained a year of experience, which I really value. And it comes into use in a lot of things. When I'm as a pilot flying, I'm very careful of the cabin crew and I'm very vigilant that I give them enough time to prepare. And it was overall such a fun experience. I made a
Because
lot of good friends.
a
Yes.
captain
So
is a
for a year,
commander of the aircraft, you know?
Yes.
Commander at the same time, goodwill ambassador of the country which she's flying, the flag carrier.
So, what was your feeling when you first, flew with people? You have the life of people in your hands. What did you feel? How were you able to do that?
What were your good feelings,
Yes,
positive
yeah.
feelings?
right. So by the time I flew an aircraft with about 200 passengers in it, because the first time that I flew a jet aircraft, I had about 200 passengers in it. By that time, I was kind of already used to carrying passengers with me, because in the smaller planes as well, I've flown my mother a couple of times in a
Wow.
two-seater plane. In a 10-seater plane, I've flown about five,
Beautiful,
six
beautiful.
people. So this was during my training days, and by that time, I was kind of used to taking that kind of responsibility because I was brought up for it. Because at the mere age of 19, I got my license, and at the age of 24, I believe, I started flying commercial jets with 200 passengers. So in
Beautiful.
that 5 year duration, I was brought up into it. So by that time, I already knew the responsibility and how to go about it.
Captain Munazzah, you during your journey as a pilot captain, you have flown some known personalities also and some sports teams. So would you like to mention about the great personality we saw the picture too, and we were really impressed that you met Dalai
Right.
Lama and you flew him. You were the
Yes.
commander of that aircraft which was carrying him. So tell us the
Yes.
whole story of it.
Absolutely. So this was on 15th August. Um, sorry, this was on 14th August, and the Dalai Lama, was flying from Bombay to Delhi,
Wow.
And I had the honor of flying with him, and it was just I think it was such a breaking point in my career personally, because I never thought that I would be flying the Dalai Lama at any point in time, because he mostly takes a lot of charter flights. It's a very, very rare occasion
Okay, he
that he
flies on
takes a
commercial. Hmm.
and he came with all these other monks, and we definitely upgraded them to first class. And this was in Jet Airways when I was flying for Jet.
Beautiful.
And it was just such a lovely experience. I believe he was flying there for the Independence Day
Yeah.
in
Next
India.
day was the
The
Independence Day of India.
August is the Independence Day in India. So that is why he was flying from Bombay to the capital of the country, that is Delhi.
And
So it was
inform us about the
lovely.
sports teams also you have flown, the popular sport
Absolutely.
teams.
Yes. So the IPL team of Punjab Kings 11, I flew them twice, once from Hyderabad to Bangalore and once from Bangalore to Hyderabad. They were fortunately on my flight uh, both ways around. And
That's good.
it was just such an honor. I flew Preeti Zinta, I flew
The six.
all of the cricket teams, Sehwag, and everybody who was there in the team at the time. Sehwag was the captain of the team at the time,
Awesome. Awesome.
and it was just such a lovely experience, and the entire
You're
team
a
is
lucky,
so
you're a lucky lady. You know, okay, you met such
absolutely.
personalities also in your flying, and
Yes.
it's a pride. When I also saw your picture with Dalai Lama, I was really happy.
Yes, yeah. Well, there is something else we heard that you're a DJ. So tell us about
Yes.
that. You're a professional DJ.
Yes, I'm a professional DJ since about 3 years, and I'm learning production as well. So I'm going to start producing my own music as well very soon.
Oh,
And I have DJed in a lot of major events. I've opened for very major artists like Maxim Dark. I've closed for Lampe, and I play minimal, modern trance, and all kinds of techno. So yes, I do that professionally as well.
perfect.
Captain Munazzah, inform us and our viewers which aircrafts you have flown up till now and which airlines you have worked for as a flying captain or a pilot.
Right. So I have flown for, so right after Saudi, I worked for SpiceJet during the period of 2014 to 16. And from 2016 to 18, I flew for Jet Airways. And after that, I worked for Indigo Airlines. And after that, I worked for AIX Connect. But that was very brief, as I got a job now in Goa, which I'm very ecstatic about. I
Excited, yeah.
cannot remember the name of the airline because the contract hasn't been signed yet.
But have you
But I'm
started
also
flying the new
planning.
airline? Have you started flying
Sorry?
already?
I haven't started flying already. I have yet to sign the contract with this airline, and I'm going to be part of their management as well as I'm going to be flying over there as
Awesome,
well.
awesome. And that is a domestic airline, if I may ask you, or international?
It's going to be a regional airline, but I'm
Regional
getting an
airline.
opportunity of a lifetime to be part of the flight operations over there and fly over there as a pilot. And I'm kind of, I think, done with my international flying as well, because Jet Airways, it just, it flew me all around the
Yeah,
world, and
unfortunately,
so did
Jet
Saudi.
was grounded very untimely. If Jet Airlines would have been
Absolutely.
there, we were really happy because it connected Toronto.
Yes,
So you have license for flying, right? You have different licensing. So you have
right,
your three license or more. Can you tell us a little bit?
right.
Explain to us which one is which and what is it allows you to do? What authorities each license gives you?
All right.
Yeah.
I have three different pilot licenses. I have one from the USA, which is the FAA license. I have a Canadian pilot license as well, which is the CAA license, and the DGCA license, which belongs to India. So I can be a pilot in a country of my choice.
Okay, so the license is just to allow you fly with certain countries or to each country or what is it? Or different aircrafts?
So I
So
can
what's
be
the difference
employed
between
in
the
an
license?
airline in America, and I can be employed in an airline in Canada.
In
So
Canada,
that's
lovely,
Okay.
lovely.
every
So
country has their own licenses.
Okay.
So if I'm qualified to fly in their country, that means I can get a job in that country.
Okay,
I
that's
see, I
nice.
see. You have
All
never
of them.
thought of flying Air India, your national carrier?
I did fly for Air India. I did not fly for them. Actually, I joined AIX Connect, which is the merger of Air India Express
Uh huh.
and Air Asia,
Uh
these
huh.
two companies, which is obviously these are all Tata Ventures. So Vistara
Affiliated
and
ones, yeah.
Air India. Right. Vistara and Air India are merging into and becoming Air India. And AIX Connect is going to be the merger of Air Asia and Air India Express.
Mhm.
So that's why I got a job in Air India, but I had to discontinue that job, unfortunately, and join the airline that I'm about
Which
to in
about to
Goa.
sign the contract. Good luck. You just
Yes.
be
So
focused, well
join this
focused,
airline so
and
it's
don't
better for my
do what you like.
Yeah. Well, there is one
absolutely
more thing
better
you're
for my life.
doing.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's just better for my lifestyle since I live in Goa and it's a Goan-based airline, so it's perfect for me.
Yeah,
That's
you're based in
amazing.
Goa, and Goa is a paradise. I've been to Goa. So I was just
Wow.
explaining to my female co-host about Goa, and I said it's a paradise.
Yeah.
India is lucky to have Goa within their boundaries.
Well, Gada, you're welcome to come in anytime, and I'm a good host.
We should
Definitely,
come
it's a
and
beautiful.
visit.
I would
Yeah.
love to come to Goa. Definitely. So, Captain Munazzah, will you tell us which aircrafts you like the most, the Boeing or the aircraft or some other brand? Airbus or Boeing?
Ah,
I mean,
that is a difficult question.
huh?
So I have flown Boeings with SpiceJet and Jet Airways, and I've flown an Airbus A320 with Indigo and AIX Connect.
Uh huh.
So I like the way that I can control the aircraft when I am flying a Boeing because it is a more it gives more control to the pilot, but obviously the automation helps as well. And when we have so
Definitely.
many routes, like how we fly 4 flights in a day, 3 flights in a day, it's quite tiring. And the little bit of automation just helps so much in the Airbus
Definitely.
A320.
Definitely.
So I think I'm slightly inclined towards the Airbus.
Yeah, because now lots of automation is taking place in the new models, and the captains are very, very relieved, but they have to supervise well that the things are
Right.
there, the data is fed well, and everything goes well. Only I think during the landing, the captain should be on his or her seat that the aircraft lands
Right.
properly. Am I right?
Absolutely. And now I'm going to be qualified on another aircraft with my new airline. It's the ATR.
Uh huh.
So that will be fun to fly because it's a mixture of the Boeing and the Airbus. So
So,
that's going to be
what is the
equally.
origin of that aircraft? Which country has made that?
So that I have yet to check out. But
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
But that,
I
that
haven't been
aircraft is
on.
already with your new airline, which we are
Yes,
going to fly. But you will be needing a training. Now, each time when you change the aircraft, the captain goes for training.
right.
So you
Right. I will be
traveled,
going for training
yeah, so
for
you
that
travel
aircraft.
so many countries. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
tell the number. You're gonna tell us how many countries you have flew and which one is your favorite so far.
Okay. Wow. I've flown to about 45 to 50 countries. I kind of stopped counting after
Wow,
a
your
40.
job,
Yes.
you're a globe trotter.
Yes, absolutely. So were my parents, actually. So by the age of 9, I had already traveled to about 30 countries already. So
Oh,
either I repeated the countries or I was going to about 10, 15 more countries. So that's how. And which one is my favorite? I think my favorite should be Barcelona
Oh,
because I
wow,
went for
wow,
a solo
beautiful.
trip.
That's a
Yes.
very, very exotic place. Believe me,
Yes.
Barcelona has got a charm, a pull.
Absolutely. That city is just, it has graffiti on the buildings and stuff, which is absolutely stunning. And I love the food over there. And I love the temperatures. They're just great. I went there for a solo trip to vlog about a music festival. So I make YouTube vlogs as well, music festival vlogs. So I went there to shoot a vlog, and it was just an amazing trip.
So, Captain Munazzah, tell us about your experience that when you fly, how much preparations you have to do? You have to study the route. What all you have to do before starting your each
Right.
flight?
There is a lot of work to do. Over a period of time, we get really fast with it, but then again, there's a lot of work to do. We arrive an hour to the
Earlier.
dispatch.
Hmm.
Yes, to the dispatch to do our paperwork where we check the weather, we check the notices, and we check the fuel that we need to carry, the fuel that we need, and if there is any extra fuel required. And we check the flight plans, we check the routes. There are all kinds of different things that we need to check right before a flight. And it takes us about an hour to do so. That's why we arrive about an hour in advance. And that's how and after that, from the dispatch, we move to the apron, and the car of the apron takes us to the aircraft, and then we
So
join in
you
the
as a
flight.
captain feed in the GPS of the aircraft, the route after going into the cockpit?
Yes, we do.
Lovely.
Okay, that's nice. Well,
Good.
you're a motivational speaker as well. Is that
Yes.
true? Is that right? So tell us, what subject you
What
talk,
are the favorite topics you speak as a
Yes,
motivational
yeah,
speaker?
and what got you into that? And what is
Right.
your target audience?
Younger ones or the older ones or
Women, men, in between?
with gender?
Right. So, all genders, definitely. And this happened because I was a pilot, and there was a social worker, and she was my friend. And she told me that, you should definitely give a speech. And my father owns a school in Mainpuri, which is a very dangerous town, by the way. So, she wanted me to give a speech in the school that her father owned. And it was beautiful just talking to those children and motivating them and telling them that they could have a better life. And I gave a lot of career guidance over there as well, apart from the motivational speech. And that's how it began. And I have given speeches in a number of NGOs since then, and a lot of schools, universities, corporates. And yes, my last speech was in a very famous Indian international university, which is called Amity University in Gurgaon. So that was my last speech. I do give a lot of speeches on um, um, child abuse and domestic violence as well,
Awesome.
like serious
Those are
topics
the
like
real
these.
subjects to be discussed. It's a worldwide
Yes.
is being discussed, and we're really
Yes.
proud of you what you are doing. So
Thank you so much.
we'll be taking a short break, and we'll be with you again soon in a minute's time. Come back to our show after a short break, Voice of Canada, with your host Asphandiar Wadiwalla, our female co-host Ghada Hamadani, and we have got a very, very dynamic captain lady, Munazzah Baig. Welcome back after the short break. Munazzah, I'm really proud to state that your country, India, has got about 13 to 14% female women pilots and captains, which is a very, very
Yes.
high ratio, because
Yes.
a country like Canada doesn't have female captains more than 3%. Can you imagine the vast difference? And in many other countries as well, the ratio is not that high. What is the reason that the Indian women love to fly and command the aircraft?
Right. So certainly we do have the highest percentage of female pilots all around the globe. So
Wow, all around the globe. I
definitely,
really salute you. Really, I
yes,
salute
all
you all.
around the world. It's the highest percentage of female pilots. And sometimes I go in some country and they are really surprised, to see a woman pilot, because it's like the first time in their life as well that they are getting to meet a female
Female
pilot, because
pilot
they
or a commander, yeah.
yes, yes. So it's
But what
lovely.
is the reason? What is the reason that so many young girls are adopting or flying? It's not a cheap thing to learn. It's a very, very
Sure,
costly. And India,
sure.
how these girls afford to pay for their studies and tuition fees or whatever you said for flying?
different kinds of ways. I've seen a lot of flight attendants become pilots as well. So they were working in some international airline, suppose, as a flight attendant, like how I was, and they collected a lot of money. They saved, they financially planned themselves to for these pilot trainings. Some of them, yes, their parents have contributed
Supported,
and
yeah.
they have, yes, supported them, and which is also a big deal because uh, there was a problem of female uneducation in India, but now it's this is proof that we are definitely developing into a better country and supporting a lot of women becoming just about anything in any profession. And this is just great to see that. And even
Because
in Air Force, Army, there's a lot of women now, which is something that I'm personally proud of as well.
definitely, definitely. Because I've taken interviews of one or two from the Air India, and I was amazed to note that when I got the figures, that we are about 14% of women who are the pilots and captains in India. And still
Right.
younger girls with much less resources also, they want to fly and where they
Yes.
fulfill the dream. So it's a
Right.
really,
That's
really
amazing.
very good and awesome that a country like India is promoting women in flying.
Well,
Right.
what and who inspires you in life, so to pursue your dreams? Was there an idol personalities, that you took over? It's like, and you follow their path?
I think yes. I think I have two very strong female uh, figures that I really do look up to. And over a period of time, I have learned so many things from them and have overcome so many things in life. And one of them is Oprah Winfrey,
Oh,
for
wow.
sure.
Oh,
Hmm.
she's a
Yes,
remarkable lady. Who
Yes,
doesn't love
yes,
her? Who else?
yeah.
yes,
We all love her. She has got a worldwide people love her. The work she has
yes.
done and
And
she has
I think
empowered.
yes, and that's why I think personally I give motivational speeches because I'm so inspired by what she has done with her life and her speech, and that is why I really look up to her and follow in her footsteps. And the second is Lady Gaga,
Gaga.
and I
Oh,
think
wow.
that's
You
where
only worship
music
the
started from.
personalities, big personalities. I like your
Yes,
choice.
yes,
Yeah, that's
thank you.
amazing.
So there's somebody in that is why I think I do my motivational speaking, and that's why I do my music because I'm inspired by these two figures.
That's yeah.
Okay, Captain Munazzah, tell us about your cute pets. I was amazed to see the pictures today when you sent me, and tomorrow in the
Right.
promo, I'm going to definitely post those pictures also. They are really admirable. They are from which,
Thank
what is their origin? They are from Iranian cats or a Turkish cats or from where? Gada
There are
also
the
has a two
pictures.
pets.
Yes, I
Very
have two
beautiful,
cats.
beautiful cats she has got. And I
Yeah,
even adore her cats. So
yeah.
tell us
Oh
more
wow.
about your cats and with their names and all.
Right. So they are two Persian doll face cats.
Persian. Wow, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the elder one is called Diesel. He's a boy. And the younger one, she's still a kitten. And her name is Misty.
Misty.
And I don't know if there is this sweet called Misty Doi
Uh huh.
in from Kata.
Okay.
And when I have to call her sweetly, then I call her Misty Doi.
Lovely.
It's just the name of a
There
sweet.
must be real
So
fun around you when you must be in the house.
absolutely. In fact, the elder one, I had him during the COVID time.
Wow.
So while I was doing Vande Bharat flights, which were, by the way, optional flights, at that time nobody knew what COVID is, and I had to do these rescue flights, and it was like by choice you could do it, and it was not necessary for us to do those flights. But since I was staying alone in Bangalore at the time, I opted to do those rescue flights
Mm-hmm.
and rescued a lot of passengers from different countries and brought them back safely to India. And at that time, my older kitten was just about 3 months old. So
Wow.
he's really an army kitten. He's used to staying alone for days in a row, and
Oh,
he's
wow.
equally as excited when I come home. So he's really brought up into the environment when there was COVID and I was flying all these crazy
Emergency
flights.
flights, emergency flights.
Oh,
Lovely.
that's
That's
nice.
an
Emergency flight.
awesome, awesome news.
They are good
Go ahead.
companies, actually. Okay, what's
Yes.
your story with the Latin dancer?
Oh, it's a real passion of mine, and I'm professionally trained in bachata and salsa. But
Okay.
for fun, I also do kizomba.
Wow,
I
wow.
do some ballroom dances like waltz, cha-cha, and jive.
Do you do
It's amazing.
Argentina tango?
I do not do the tango yet, but I'm really interested in learning the tango. Do
It's
you
my
do the
prom.
tango?
Well, I do.
It's my promise to you that when next time when you come to Toronto, we will offer you free lessons in Argentina tango.
Yeah.
I've got
Wow,
superb,
that's
superb dancer couple who will teach you, and they will make you perfect dancer in Argentina tango. They even came to my
wow.
show and performed twice.
Oh, wow, that would be lovely.
And we have got a very, very full resources dance studio here where they teach all the Latin dances. And it's
Oh,
owned
wow.
by my friend. It's nearly 11, 10 or 11 years old. And off and on, I get guests, especially the Latin dancers from our studios. And my viewers, they love the Latin dancing.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Do you think we still have questions?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
are
we have lots
going?
of questions to ask her. Tell us about your time, how you spent during COVID. We know you told us about the emergency flights and all. So, which countries you went to pick up the stranded Indians and bring them back home?
Right. I rescued passengers from Muscat,
Muscat. Wow,
from Dubai, yes, from Sri Lanka, from Dhaka, from Nepal, and from, I believe, Saudi as well.
wow, wow.
Yes.
But not from China. You did not bring any
Not from-
passengers from Wuhan.
No, 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 not during that time.
Because Air India did flights, lot of flights between China and India.
Yes, they did.
They brought lots of passengers, and that time they were very, very scared, and they were really cautious. But in the name
Yes.
of their faith, that we have to rescue our Indians,
Yeah.
they were doing.
Yes.
Is there any plans for the future? Is there anything, some changes in your career? Are you seeking new paths in your life?
Yes,
What's the plan in few
absolutely.
years, in the coming few years?
I feel that in aviation, I have achieved so much that now I want to feel like how it feels to fly for a regional airline. So now that that's coming up for me next, I'm very excited about that experience and also about learning music production. So while I'm here in Goa and working in Goa, I'm going to start learning my music production and I'm going to start making my own music. So that's something that I'm really looking
That will
forward
be
to.
really,
That's
really good.
amazing.
When you make a music and fly also, you are really a multitasking.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you so
Really.
much.
Go ahead.
Well, I think on this note, Aspi, we can.
We can tell, but let me ask one or two questions. I
Yes,
still
yeah,
have
go
5
ahead.
minutes to go.
Oh,
Tell us about the inflation after COVID in India. Current inflation rate and all that stuff is happening because it's happening worldwide.
Yes, absolutely. So the inflation has gone from the rate of flight tickets and to the rate of even estate in India. And the estate has almost increased to double or
Wow.
triple in
Already it
some
was
regions.
so costly. It was like New York. Mumbai
Yes,
was like a New York to buy a
yes, now
condo in
it's three
India
times
in
as
Mumbai.
much.
oh wow.
Yes, and now it's 3 times as much, and even the flight tickets they have increased their price to double, or sometimes you're paying 3 times more. So the inflation definitely has come up in India since the COVID.
That is due to the current gas prices. Gas means you all call it petrol, we call it gas. here in North America.
Yes.
So the gas
Yes.
prices have gone very, very high. And since last 2 years, it is making a big hole in our pockets.
Yes, yeah.
So
Yes.
that is the major
Absolutely.
cause, and that has increased the prices of everything. And you won't believe
Yes.
the cost of food here in Canada has gone up to 15%.
Wow.
So it's very, very hard for people to put food on the table.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
it was doubled and tripled, and now the increment is what you're saying, actually.
And actually, we are a developed nation, so we have huge food banks in every cities. We call it a food bank.
Yeah.
People constantly regularly donate food. Whenever we go
Mm-hmm.
for grocery, we make it a point to donate a food basket for the bank.
Oh,
So
that's
lots
very
of
kind.
people are depending on food banks because we do a lot of work for our food banks because it helps everybody. It's not only we call it poor, people in need, they can get any type
Ye-
of food. And generally, just now the current report says that an average family of 4 or 5, on the third week they start taking help from food bank.
Wow.
After the expiry of
Wow.
second week, they have no money to buy food. So this is the
Right.
situation in a country like Canada.
Yeah, we're a first world country.
And we are a fully developed G7, G20 nation like India. G7
Right.
India is not there, but we are very much there in G7 also. So it's
Yes.
a pity that it's a worldwide inflation is killing us. And again, it was in the news that by this winter or fall, the COVID is going to rise again. It will show its eyes. And from now only, our government is trying to get the new vaccines, some
Mm-hmm.
RVS vaccines. That's a
Okay.
new variant, has come out.
Right.
So we are preparing
Yes.
from
Make
now
sure
only to
that
meet all eventualities.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So before we end this today's evening's show with you, would you like to give a strong comment, regard, or whatever for our show, for Canada, for India, or for all females?
Yes, definitely. I would like to address everybody, including male, female, everyone, saying that in order to even if you don't do anything else, but in order to live the life that you love and love the life that you live,
Awesome.
you have to be willing to step on the other side of normal. Once you step on the other side of normal, people are going to maybe sometimes like it or not like it. But in order to live the life that you love and love the life that you live, you have to be willing to step on the
Awesome.
other side of normal.
Truly,
That's
truly
very true.
awesome.
Very true.
So,
That's
what
very
before some entertainment element for our viewers and for us, will you be showing your abilities as a DJ?
Absolutely.
So we conclude our interview saying goodbye to you and wishing you all the best for all your current and future endeavors. Go ahead.
Thank
absolutely.
Wow.
do party. So I do DJ at a lot of private events, and I do DJ at a lot of clubs as well. I have done a lot of events. I have done a festival here and there. So these are the places that I
Wow. But
DJ.
you manage with your such a hectic life of flying the DJ as well as for flying, because sometimes the flying activities, they don't hamper your DJ activities.
No, they do not, because I do it with absolute. Actually, the music industry in India has supported me so much, because they ask me when I have an off, and they schedule my events according to the days that I am not working, so it doesn't hamper my work in any way.
Lovely,
So
lovely.
I'm glad that the
That means
music.
you are so good in DJing that you are in high demand even in DJing, and as
Thank.
far and from the aviation industry also.
Yes,
So with that
I
note,
get.
we'll be signing off with Captain Munazzah Baig, my co-host Ghada Hamadani, your host Asphandiar Wadiwalla, would be signing off soon, and we would say good night, goodbye, God bless Canada, God bless India, namaste, and we'll see you soon again in few months' time, and we'll have lots of exciting news. We would like to hear from you, because you are a real great female who can come and empower women all over the world.